Star system, star system, star system, are you awake? Oh, you're always awake? Every time and every desire and everything I'll ever do in my whole life, my star system will always wait. I can check, change, and rearrange every thought, but I'll never forget what I've ever said because it's already there and I can't take it away because it's a thought said. It's just like if you're mean, then you'll be known to be mean for the rest of your life forever and ever. You can never take away the period and time area that you were mean in because that will be forever. The sorry, sad state of which you are in thinking right at this moment is okay, but what you did is done and it can never be removed and only can be remembered and forgotten and replaced by other thoughts and memories. Here's what I have to say. Chickens and pigs, okay? You go for dinner, they serve you chickens and ribs. Why? Because the rib is the rib cage. And the chicken, who's got the spirit, red and yellow feet, somehow has to be the heart that goes behind the cage. So you eat chicken and ribs because the chicken somehow, and I'm looking at this chicken, and the chicken looks stuffed. It's not a turkey and it's not stuffing in the turkey, but turkey is 3 X's, 666. Why? X is the 24th letter. 2 and 4 is 6. But if you want to go to a turkey and you want to get the letter X, X is 10. J is the letter, J-O for Joe Jack. Okay, but that's not it. Everybody knows the O. You always have to replace the O with the number 15, which is 1 and 5 is 6. Therefore, what you would do is you would have XXX, which would be 666, added on to the 1, which is 10. Your 666 plus the 1, which is 10, will make it 777 of XXX, which is 24, 666, in which 15, if you really want, plus 24 is 39, plus the original J, in which I mentioned 1 plus 0. So you would have 7 and 6 is 13, 13, 13 is 39, plus 1, 1 and 1 is 42. The universe and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe equals to that 42, which is cat reverse 24, and equals to 5 and 9, which inside of 5 and 9 is 6, 7, and 8, and 6, 7, and 8 are the exact same cards, except for the center, which has the 2 moons inside the Venus world that is showed up on the Venus. It shows up on Venus. Number 2. Okay? What I want to show you about number 2 is 6, okay, and 5, and 4. There's only 1 dot in the center, but if I turn it around, I got 2 dots in the center, here and here. But all of a sudden, this 1 must live inside of 3. So if this 1 lives inside of 3, so that means if we turn these 2 around, we have 4, 5, or 2, 3, and 6 live together. So now we have to do whatever you want to do, finding 2, 3, and 6. B, C, and F. Now what do you want to do? It's originally A, B, C, but we have to turn it around this way. Now 2 cannot live in the state that it's in, but man is of the beta world, which is the 2, but in the beta world, which is the 2, he must automatically become 4. The prism of his mind into the 6th body. He is number 4. If I take this 3, okay, and turn it sideways, then it automatically will look like the 5 dice. Well, not this way, excuse me, this way. This way. So it'll look like the 5, excuse me, it won't look like the 5. It'll be part of the 5 and part of the 9. If I take this and put it in here, this 6 becomes the 9, but it's a little different than the 9 because it overlaps all the different corners. I already did this video and I'm going to do it again. 4 corners, 3 colors, 3, 6, 9, 12, 6 sides, 72, 2 on the side, in between, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 8 by 6 is 48, 48 and 72, 120. Do whatever you need to do with it. I am very tired, Raphael 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. I'm just bringing up a lot of things, okay? I'm just bringing up a lot of things. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of connections. Now, what have I said? You know, I don't like that I haven't said very much, and I need to show numbers and results. Well, why don't I show you one more thing? How about the Zion group ending up inside the Israeli flag? You see the Z in the center that I put? You don't see the Z, but if you take a look, there's 2 pillar stones right here. You see this part here and over here? Let me do this. These are the two stones that are in here, here and here. I don't know exactly how you do it, but it's supposed to be that monkey's hat. The other little thing that I want to mention is tennis. 15 minutes, 96 times a day, 48 times inside 12 hours. If it was it would be 16 times in 4 hours, and it would be 12 times in between 3 hours. The score at tennis, now you have to remember, at 40 to nothing, okay, you ever hear them say that? 40-0 in tennis? No, because it means something even deeper. But 40 would be 40 seconds, because if time was really 90 seconds to a minute, then 40 seconds would be the complete minute of time, and at the end of the score, when you win a tennis game, it ends up saying game, and they never say 60 or anything else. And when it's tied, they'll go 15-love, so they never mention the other one. The other thing I wanted to mention is the 25,920, 5 times 1728, the queen of time heaven, when the seventh gate of the gematria connects the crown within your mind, there's still two things missing, and that becomes the 28th, which is here and here. Because on this dice, no matter what you do, okay, no matter what you do on this dice, this too, although it's going to feel the area that's missing, it'll feel two areas, and you'll have 8 out of 9. That's right, you can get 8 out of 9, but it shows you two different worlds, because one world has to be on this angle. So it shows you 8 out of 9. You can get 8 out of 9. On the 5, okay, on the 5, you'll get 7 out of 9, right? Here's the 5. You add the 2. You put the 2 between, let's say, here and here. You now have, but you can't get 7 out of 9 because it's a different world. So the most you'll ever see is 5. So we did this part over here. Now it becomes 45 Fox is all the numbers. 9 times 5 is 45. Becomes now 288 times 2 is 576, which is 1728. 9 times 5 equals the 45. 1,440 minutes in a day is 4 times 144, which becomes 576. 2 times 148 is 288. This is 4 times 72. Okay, 4 times 72, the 4 corners of creation. Okay, 4 times 9 is 36 of the 360 degrees. Of the 1.25 of time that is missing equals 360. Then we have to go 72 times 8, 9 lives of the cat. 540 degrees around is 1.5 times. The actual amount of this should say 108 in the actual reality. Why should it say 108? Why is this 540? Because the size of the creation of space is 1.5 times what we actually think. The Mercedes letter, this is the cube. This is one side of the cube, this is the other side. And when you take a look, this is the Mercedes sign. So this would give you 120 degrees in the Mercedes sign, 120 here, 120 here, 120 here. But in all actuality, it's showing you half of 180. But it's actually going, this angle like here is more oval than anything else. So you have this side, and then you have the separation of the distance, giving you 180, 180, 90, and 90. Okay, now it's only fictitious unless I can design you a design that'll show you where it comes from. Right now I cannot. We're going to reduce this again to 36, 3 worlds of 6, 1 spirit of the 6th light that it brings in within the soul of man. This is the highest and lowest 6. You cannot duplicate 6, but 1 shows up in the ace, 3, and 5. The 6 shows up in the 6, 7, and 8 in cards, but in dice does not show up anywhere. And after this becomes half, and this becomes half. And now we have the backgammon 64 for the 9 lives of man in the 2 worlds of I and R. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for letting me do this video.